Hey, how are you? I've got the November 2024 and December 2024 real estate market data to compare for you for Polk and Dallas counties. So the metrics that we follow, the first one, active listings, this came down 6.5%, most of that in Polk County. So active listings going down, that's good for sellers, less inventory. The number of pending units, properties that went under contract, sellers accepted offers from buyers, that went down 27%. That's reflective of, these months have the holiday season. So unless it's a really motivated buyer, people were doing holiday related things, tasks, spending time with family, that sort of stuff, perhaps. And the number of sold units went down by 1.5%. So not a huge change from November to December 2024. So the market is still strong. The number of expired listings, this some adjustment. It's not 2020 or 2021 or 2022 when things were selling and flying off of the market just like that within hours or days. The days on market average is actually in December 67. In November it was 54, so that went up by 25%. Now the number of months of inventory stayed about the same for 4 months of inventory, meaning if nothing new came on the market, how long would it take the market to absorb or sell all the properties that are active? So that's 4 months. And 0 to 4 months is a seller's market. So we're in the soft seller's market overall. Now you got to look, if you want to submit your address, your specific part of town, the niche of your price point per town, because there's a lot of variety out there. Because when I'm looking at these numbers, Dallas County has more months of inventory, probably because there's more new construction out there, and a lot of builders will they'll put a property on the market as soon as it's like they dug the ground, they dug the foundation, or sometimes even before that. So it makes longer days on market, and it shows longer months of inventory. In Polk County, there's mainly a resale market. That's in December sitting at 3.17 months of inventory, which is seller's market. So the main thing is that you got to be priced right. Now, again, like I said, I've seen some parts of town where there's still months of inventory of like 2 months. I haven't really seen anything in 1 month of inventory for a while. When I'm looking like 2-mile radiuses around addresses, when I'm doing market analyses for clients. So you really just got to ask, what's going on in my part of town and my price point. Now, one last thing I want to talk about here. I have been looking at some bigger picture, like macro data for the United States of America's market. In 2023 and 24, the number of home sales in January, February, March, April, May, June, there's not a whole lot of change. February actually had more sales in those 2 years than May and June, and even April. So I'm bringing this up because sellers, if you're waiting for the spring, you want to be a little cautious about that, because, and I'll have my assistant include these slides on so you can see the data that I'm talking about here. Because the inventory actually goes up in May, June, March, April, because a lot of people think, oh, I'll wait for spring. So, but if you look at this data, the number of sales is pretty stable for all those months, but the inventory is less in January, February. So you actually have more of an advantage as a seller to go on the market sooner than later. And if you think about it, a lot of the desperate or really motivated buyers that are buying in the winter, they're going to purchase in like February and March. So if you're waiting for March or April, you might miss some of those, and then you'll have more competition with other sellers who are doing the same. So that's just something to think about if you can get the property ready. I know it's snow and cold is out there, and that kind of slows property preparation down sometimes. And I just wanted to highlight that that's some data. And those slides, Keller Williams Research puts those together based on data that we all get from National Association of Realtors. So, all right. Hope that's helpful. If you have questions for me, direct message me, call me, text me, whatever, 515-218-9222. And I hope you're well. Stay warm.